And joining us now for the very latest is Charles Marino, former Homeland Security Department advisor, also former Secret Service agent. Charles, this is stunning. When I watched the director of the Secret Service today, she has no answers. Republicans and Democrats calling for her to resign. She seems completely inept.
Yeah, hi, Rita. Totally unacceptable. I mean, yes, there is the ongoing investigation by the FBI along with other investigations. But based on her experience as an agent and as director, she knows what went wrong, what went horribly wrong that day. And it was a catastrophic failure of the overall security plan. And I think Congress, as part of their oversight, has a right, along with the American people, to hear exactly what failed that day that led to the attempted assassination of the former president.
Yeah, absolutely. And, what went horribly wrong seems like nothing went right. I mean, it's astounding when we hear it. There's a report out there, Charles Marino, former Secret Service agent, that the Secret Service has no recordings. Is that even possible?
Yeah, it is possible if they did not treat that site and that protectee at the high level that they do, say, the president or the vice president. The Secret Service has to explain why, based on the totality of the threat environment within the United States and the specific threat level for former President Trump, why it did not step up security to be in parallel with either the president or the vice president of the United States. The justification is there. The threat level for the country is off the charts. We know it's high for the former president based on his profile and the way he campaigns, and the very fact that he's a former president and the Republican nominee to become president again.
Now, there's one additional thing. It has come out that the FBI has on his telephone 3 encrypted messages. One was New Zealand.
Yeah, one was Germany,
and one more. Why? I mean, this young kid in the middle of nowhere in Pennsylvania, what is he doing with encrypted messages to foreign countries?
Yeah, that's why the FBI needs to get this investigation done as quickly as they can, because things like that need to be explained. And this is why we see these conspiracy theories starting to run away, because nobody has held any public press conferences, as Congress rightfully pointed out. The Secret Service hasn't spoken to the public at all. The FBI only spoke to them once. And so these things are starting to get out there. And so, look, I want to know why he's got encrypted messaging apps on his phone and hear more about that. Because really right now, based on what we're hearing with the limited social media footprint of this shooter, this is a typical lone wolf situation so far, where we have an individual that just did not communicate with others about what he was going to do and successfully carried out.
You know what's amazing, Charles Marino, former Secret Service agent? It's like, I find it hard to believe, and I'm not a big conspiracy theorist, but there's something missing here because, first of all, the guy was spotted as a suspicious individual. He's carrying the rangefinder. Then they take pictures of him. He goes to the roof. There are people shouting, there's a guy on the roof, there's a guy on the roof. And then the president still gets on the stage. Nobody apparently tells the president. He's up there on the stage. It seems like there were so many catastrophic lapses. And also we're hearing a report that the guy was flying a drone, was casing it out days before. I mean, is the Secret Service that bad, or is there something else going on here?
Well, typically what you see, Rita, with a significant failure that we had in Butler, Pennsylvania, is it exposes other cracks in the system. And you start to see that there's other systemic failures that occurred. We're already starting to see that there was another significant failure in the area of communication. You've got the Secret Service, who's responsible for creating the overall security plan, but they're also responsible for implementing effective mitigation strategies of that plan. And that requires the close coordination with state and local law enforcement who supports the Secret Service, not just in Butler, Pennsylvania, but around the country and the world. So, look, that coordination needs to take place. The Secret Service has to, in this day and age, justify why they weren't using technologies to either identify and mitigate other technologies that could be used by adversaries. It's just totally unacceptable that an agency that protects people at the level that they do, that none of this was being deployed at this location in Pennsylvania for this president.
It is. It is shocking. Well, Charles Marino, thank you so much. Really great to have you here on Cats and Cosby. Thanks so much.
Thank you both.